What's up, guys? It's TechnoViking23 coming to you today with some Warframe, and today's just going to be kind of a general commentary video. We're going to be talking about what you can do to maximize your time when you're playing Warframe. If you're like me, you don't have a lot of time to play games, maybe an hour or two each night after work. I do most of my major gaming on the weekends, usually Friday and Saturday night are the only two nights I have where I can kind of stay up late and put a lot of time into the game. So when I'm playing during the week, I kind of like to have sort of a schedule or an idea of what I'm going to do when I come into Warframe. And maximizing your time in Warframe is important because there's a lot to do in this game, especially when you're first starting out. You're trying to go through and get some good mods and unlock everything, and it can be kind of overwhelming. And I wanted to kind of give some tips and just my general thoughts and let you guys know what I do every night when I get onto Warframe to play. So what we're going to do, we're actually going to go into the navigation section here on the ship, and we're going to take a look at the galaxy map. Now, I've been playing, this is my main account that I'm on here, so I've been playing for a little while on it. And I have quite a bit unlocked. I'm going to go ahead and zoom out. I don't have everything unlocked yet, but finished Earth and Venus and Mercury, and I've actually done Mars, Phobos, I believe Ceres, Jupiter I have mostly unlocked, Europa I have most of it done, and I'm through to Saturn right now. So I've done most of the quests progressing up to that part. I've got the Chroma blueprint, and some of the Void unlocked as well. So I still have a little bit to go, still have Uranus and Neptune, Pluto, Eris, and Sedna. But right now I do have quite a bit unlocked. And the important thing about unlocking these planets and doing the progression and playing through them is that as you go through each planet and you unlock the junctions, you're going to open up a lot more of other activities that can pop up for you. For example, you see you've got this Exterminate Fissure mission here. You've got a Nightmare mission here at Oro. And I'm going to talk about those a little bit here in general. I've also got another video coming out about the Nightmare missions and why you should do them when you're at the lower levels. But the first thing I'll usually do is when I come into my map, I'll take a look up at this pane up here on the right side and see what's going on. So if you go over here, you can see you've got some pending quests. You can look at what you still need to do. In terms of the quest, right now I have Howl of the Kubro open and Man of Few Words, which I got from Darvo at the relay. Now, Howl of the Kubro is a quest you can progress through. I need to actually buy some parts for that. I've just kind of been lazy, didn't want to do it. Had to farm some credits up to buy the pieces for it, but I'm going to do that pretty soon. If you go over to the next tab here, this is going to be alerts, and this is the first thing I check every time I get on to Warframe. These alerts are going to give you credit rewards, mostly some endo rewards. And they can be very important because sometimes these will drop mods. You can get aura mods from doing these. You can get cosmetic blueprints for your Warframe, so you don't have to spend platinum on those in the market. And you can also get weapon blueprints as well. So I always check the alerts. If it's just a credit alert, I usually just skip through it because I know plenty of places to farm credits where, like for example on Phobos, doing a capture mission for 6,500 credits is kind of like, it's not really worth it to me. Now, the one on Pluto for 12,800 and 150 endo, I might do that real quick, but I don't have Pluto unlocked. But it's something like that, like the one on Mercury there for a rescue on Infestation for 80 endo. I may or may not do that one, but those are really not that great alerts. The ones you're looking for are the ones that have either a blueprint you're looking for or a mod that you're looking for, because some of these alerts can drop some pretty good mods. If you come over one more, you can look at the invasions that are going on, and if you have any of these unlocked. You can jump into these. Sometimes I'll play forward because I'm trying to get the Nyx Warframe parts, and I believe that's still, most of those still drop from beating him and doing his missions. Then you've got your Syndicate missions. Now, these are the second most important things that I do after the alerts. If you're at Mastery Rank 3, you should be in a Syndicate because there's a lot of benefits that come from them. I'll probably do a separate video explaining a lot of that. But you can get... actually, I want to pause real quick because an alert just popped up that kind of said what I was talking about. Here you see on Jupiter, you can go and do an alert now that gives you a blueprint. Now the glaive is not a great weapon, but if it's something you might be interested in, you could go run that alert and you'll get that blueprint to drop at the end, so you can actually make the weapon instead of having to buy it, although the glaive honestly is not that great, so that's not one I'd be super interested in doing. But if you're a newer player and you don't have a lot of gear unlocked, maybe you want some Mastery Rank fodder or something, that would be nice to do for that. So, but go to your Syndicate tab here. You can see all the missions you have. Now, I have the daily Samara's task, which is just, you can go around and scan creatures in the galaxy to get more reputation unlocked with him. And I've got the Syndicate. The main one I'm in is Steel Meridian, so I've got those missions here. I've only got one of the three that I can do because the other ones I haven't unlocked planets yet. And I've got 3 for Red Veil, who's kind of my allied syndicate. And these are going to give you a little bit of a boosted reputation reward. They're definitely worth doing. You can also find syndicate marks throughout these missions where you can turn those in for extra standing with your syndicate and help level it up a little bit faster. So these are always very important to do because this is going to give you bonus reputation every day with your syndicate and help you rank those up a little bit faster, which is important because you can unlock some pretty good mods, and some of the syndicates have some really powerful weapons available as well. So first thing I do after, I check the alerts, see what's going on with the alerts, if there's nothing cool there, or if I've already done them, I come right here to the Syndicate tab. And then we have our Void Fissures list. This is going to tell you all the Void Fissures that are open at the current moment, what planets they're on, what level they are, or what era they are. So if you have the appropriate relics. And this is good if, like, some nights I'll get on and I just want to farm for prime parts to trade in for ducats to buy stuff from Barrow Katir, which is at an early level can actually be very helpful because you can actually acquire some prime mods pretty quick from Barrow Katir if you are just running the lower level lith fissures and trading all your stuff in, because there's really nothing great you can get from the lith. I believe there's a couple like little parts that'll drop for better weapons, but most of your good prime gear is going to come from the meso and higher fissures, although you can, I believe, get the Paris prime at least from the lith fissures, and I did already build that one. But a lot of the other parts I get from those, I just trade them in and get ducats and then buy stuff from Barrow Katir. So it's a good way you can get some prime mods, and some if you bring some decent weapons, you can buy those as well. So those are the four, or the three main things I check every night: are alerts, syndicate missions, and then the Void Fissures to see what's going on. And if there's really not too much going on there, I'll jump into just planet progression, try to go through and unlock the missions. I don't have sorties available yet, because I haven't completed the War Within, so we got to work on that. And now, I did mention the Nightmare missions as well. That's another thing I'll do, is I'll go through and check, especially on these early opening planets. If you're a newer player, you're just getting into the game, you're just unlocking, Earth, Venus, Mercury, go through and check and see what's there. These mostly appear to be assassinations today, so with no shields, that's not fun. These missions can be quite a bit harder than anything else that you've faced so far, so you want to make sure if you pick one, you're going to be able to handle what's in it. But today they all, this is in a rescue alert, which you could run there. I'm not sure, it doesn't say what modifiers there are, so I don't know how difficult that would be. But there's going to be modifiers in those Nightmare missions. I'm going to have a separate video, like I said, coming up soon, which is going to go through some of the Nightmare missions and the modes that you can face in those. But the reason you want to do those is they can drop Nightmare mods, which are dual mods that are pretty good. And actually, I can go ahead and show you guys some of those. Like, for example, this one here is a capture, that's pretty easy, and it's got energy drain on, which means your energy is going to constantly tick away. Of course, you have ways to counter that if you have like a Trinity running in your group, or pick up those energy orbs. But you can go through there and just beat that real quick. I'll usually look for ones that I can do fairly quickly. Like if it's a survival, you just have to go in and survive for 5 minutes, and then you can get out and you get a nice reward mod for that. And let me just show you guys what some of those mods are for those Nightmare missions. Even though I am going to do a separate video on it, I do want to just kind of show you so you can see. So we'll run down here to the arsenal. Got the mag here. I think they're mostly for the weapons. I don't know if I have any equipped on. Let me grab one of my shotguns here, and I can kind of show you on here. So if you go to upgrade, so for example, this Chilling Reload was a Nightmare drop. You can see it does 45% cold plus 30% reload speed. I don't have it maxed out yet. Accelerated Blast was also a Nightmare mod, 60% fire rate, 60% puncture. I want to say the same thing with Blaze for those there. So you can get some pretty good mods that drop from those Nightmare missions. I may have some pistol mods too, I don't know for sure. Let's see here. Yeah, Stunning Speed is one that drops in those Nightmare missions. 40% reload speed, 10% status chance, and Ice Storm also 40% mag capacity, 40% cold. So those are just some of the different mods you can get from those Nightmare missions. So like I said, when you first come on, you definitely want to jump on the galaxy map, see what's going on, check those alerts, check those Syndicate missions, and just go through and kind of have a plan of what you want to do each night. And then if you just want to get on and just play, then just keep unlocking planets, keep trying to progress through the planet map. There's some nights I'll jump on where I just want to farm credits, so I'll just go to some of my credit farming missions and I'll run them over and over for a little while. Or I might just want to run into an excavation mission and just farm to get some relics for Lith. But definitely it can be more effective if you have a plan in mind of what you're going to do when you jump onto Warframe each night, instead of just kind of trying to do everything all at once. Maybe one night just get on and run run through your alerts and your Syndicate missions one night, jump on and try to unlock stuff on the planets. But when it comes down to it, you definitely want to keep continuing to progress through each of the planets as you go, because the more you unlock, the more opportunities you'll have to do it. Those alert missions pop up all over the map, even on places you haven't been yet. So, you know, if you have more stuff unlocked, you're going to have a better choice and selection of things that you can run through. So that's the main thing, guys. Just have a plan when you jump on Warframe. It's not really that difficult. You know, once you kind of get the hang of the game, just start going through and doing your thing each night, and you'll be surprised with how much more effective you spend your time and how much you can maximize your time to get a lot more out of the game. Anyways, guys, that's going to do it for this video. Hope you guys have enjoyed this and found this helpful. If you're a veteran player of Warframe, you have any other tips that you'd like to give some newer players, feel free to list it down below in the comments. As always, guys, hope you're having a great day, and I will see you again next time.